Okay, welcome back to another video. It is Saturday. If you can see behind me, Zuko learned yesterday how to climb onto this chair. It is a spinning chair, so I don't know quite how he does it, but he's very gentle when he jumps up, and he actually doesn't make it spin at all. So he's basically decided this is his chair now. So anytime I'm in here and he's about, he has to sit on there behind me, which is quite annoying because I have to sit right at the front. But it's also quite sweet, especially because he's just eaten and he's very tired. He's had a very busy morning. My parents have been around this morning, so it's now 20 to 1. My parents were around this morning, sorry, I'm also trying to turn my computer on at the same time. My parents were around this morning to put a TV on the wall for us in my boyfriend's spare room, and they wanted to see Zuko, and also my mum gave me a haircut, which at the moment doesn't look amazing just because obviously it was a dry cut, so once I've washed it, it should sit better, but we cut quite a lot off the length. I've become one of those people that's like, oh my god, my hair's so short, when actually this is really long for me still. Like, how long it was before, it was like super long for me, like the longest I've had it in years. I also just pulled a massive knot out of my hair. So yeah, I put a poll up on my Instagram this morning asking, it's not turning on because I left the plug off yesterday. I never turned the plug off, that's why I'm confused. 1 second. There we go. I just sat here and was like, why is my computer not turning on? Like, have I broken it? Obviously not, I was just being silly. Yeah, so had my hair cut this morning, and I've been needing to get it cut for a while. Like, I literally haven't had it cut since like the summer. But my mum's a hairdresser, so she just does it for me whenever I need it. And she came around this morning to do it, and I put a poll on my Instagram. I was like, oh, should I get a full fringe again, or should I just cut my side fringe shorter? Because I do not have a good hairline. I need a fringe of some kind for when I put my hair up, because I live with my hair up. And one of my, well, she's an ex-client, but I'd class her as a friend as well. Like, we get on quite well. She was like, if anyone voted for a full fringe, they're your enemy. And I was like, oh no, now I'm scared. To be fair, I do miss having a full fringe. Like, I think as long as I'm not being lazy and I actually like dry it forwards nicely and let it dry nicely and stuff, it does look quite nice. But I'm very low maintenance, like, and I'm not just saying that, like, I am genuinely so low maintenance. Like, the most I want to do beauty wise is shower, wash my hair, brush my hair, wash my face. Like, that's all I do. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna have a side fringe because it's easier. But yeah, Zuko had a very busy morning because whenever he has guests, especially my parents, because they just love him so much, he gets to play, and he was doing laps of the living room. He was having the best time, and he just followed us everywhere. My dad loves to play with him as well, so he's a bit tired now. He's just had his lunch. He had his lunch early today because in about 40 minutes we are leaving to go and meet up with my friends, and one of them is bringing her dog, who is adorable. She's a Bernese Mountain Dog. She's like fully grown. She's 5 years old. And it's going to be actually the second dog he met, because he actually we bumped into a couple last night that were walking their dog just around the corner from us, and we don't know these people, but this is the first time we've seen a dog on a walk that was on the same side of the road as us, and obviously he was getting quite excited. And anytime we've seen dogs on walks so far, they've been the other side of the road, so we haven't really been able to ask if it's okay for him to say hello. But this time, these people said hello as obviously as they were going past. I was like, oh, do you mind if he says hello? Because he was obviously interested, and their dog was kind of looking. And that was actually the perfect kind of first dog for him to bump into, or like probably meet, because this dog, bless it, was so calm. I don't know what breed it was quite a big dog, but it literally just sat there, like they sniffed each other really gently, and then obviously Zuko realised that he was friendly, and then he was like jumping to try and play, but he didn't get in his face or anything. Like, he kept a bit of distance when he was jumping around to try and play, and this other dog just kind of sat and let him do it and didn't really care. Like, he didn't play back, but he was absolutely fine with it. But it was a very good first interaction, so I'm very happy with that. And I think he's going to love playing with my friend's dog today too, so. He's a very good boy, really, but he's just a little shit at times too, but that is a puppy. I don't know what I was actually coming to say. I've got a couple programs to do today. Had a couple new sign-ups since the new year, so getting those sorted this weekend. I'm going to try and get the bulk of it done today before, and then I'll do some more after I get back, so I have to leave quite soon. But I've been writing up ideas on my phone of like what I want to do for them anyway, so it shouldn't take too long to write it up formally. And yeah, then I'm gonna train this evening. I don't have tons of work to do today actually, because I got a lot done last night. He's just trying to climb through places he doesn't fit. So yeah, nothing really interesting happened today other than obviously dog walk or dog adventure, but just gonna work when I get back for like an hour or so, and then I'll train probably when my boyfriend gets home, just so that he can sit with Zuko. Also, excuse the clothes horse that has his toy on it. He always pees where this octopus is. Like, he doesn't always pee on the octopus, but when he pees indoors, it's always in the same sort of area, and it just always happens to be where this octopus is. So the amount of times I've had to wash this octopus because it's got pee on it. But it's one of his favourite toys to play with, so we can't like just get rid of it. It's fine. So yeah, Clothes Horse is currently just drying his toy and our mop. Yeah, that's not interesting. I can't remember what I was actually going to say. So, weigh in. So this morning, full confession, I was 89.3 and there was a reason for it. I was sat up last night and I just wasn't in the best mood last night. I think by the time I'd done all my work and then I just kind of sat on the sofa. My boyfriend went to bed really early and I was kind of just downstairs by myself and I was like, there is still some Christmas shortbread in the cupboard and I'm really fancying it right now. So I just finished off the shortbread in the cupboard. So I probably had about 400 calories extra probably. I actually don't know the calories in shortbread because it's not something I ever really eat apart from at Christmas. But I would imagine I had like a quarter of a pack. So I'm going to say like 400 or 500 calories probably, maybe at most. So yeah, I did do that. So I knew I was going to be a little bit heavier today, but it's just extra retention from higher carbs yesterday. Like it's fine. I think I am going to probably drop my calories from Monday, but I will wait and decide that later on. It'll be like the start of the next video that I probably say what I've decided to do. But part of the reason was because I've got a meal booked on Monday the 13th with one of my friends that I hardly ever get to see. And I'd quite like to just be able to go and enjoy, and it's a really nice restaurant and they do some really lovely food, but their portions are also huge. And although I'm not going to eat until I'm stuffed, like I would like to be able to just go and not obviously think about the calories and stuff on these for these meals. And it's not a restaurant that has the nutritional information because it's like a local pub. So I'm probably just going to enjoy that. So I'm thinking if I get my calories lower from Monday, then that allows me a bit more room to have the extra calories the Monday after. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say for now. I will obviously check in when I'm training, just to Niall. I'll check in when I'm training later. But yeah, nothing to really say. It's been a good morning so far. I'm feeling so much more refreshed today. I got a really good night's sleep last night. Like I woke up in the middle of the night for a wee again and let Zuko out while I was up. And then I think I got out of bed about 8, half 8. My boyfriend got up with him just after 7. So I just stayed in bed until about 8ish, but because I didn't really go back to sleep after he got up, I just kind of laid there. But that's quite good because it felt like I had a bit of a rest. So yeah, I'm feeling good. And yeah, I've got inquiries and stuff this weekend booked in as well, which is good. Like the year's kind of kicked off and it's busy already, which is what I like. So yeah, it's a good day, hopefully. I will obviously include clips of Zuko meeting this dog too because it's going to be so cute, providing they get on, but I'm sure they will. Get my phone out too.
She's doing good. She's like, you know, he's like baffled by the tail. Sure. I need a bit too much of Darcy. Hello. Say hello.
I'm not going to be that big of a weird thing.
But lanky and not hairy.
Definitely not in the mood for fuss.
Okay, it is 8 o'clock. Well, it's 10 past 8. I didn't realize it actually gone 8. On Saturday evening, I have been procrastinating because it is so cold here and I did not want to train. So walking Zuko earlier was lovely and so much fun. And I say walking, we kind of just hung out at the park. Like we didn't walk too much because he's obviously not allowed to walk too much because he's so small. But it was really good. But we were there for a couple of hours and it was freezing cold. And when I got home, it literally took me like 2-3 hours to even feel warm again. Like my feet were so cold. And then obviously I knew I had to come out here and train. And so I've just been putting it off and it is 2 degrees here, like literally 2 degrees. I was contemplating going to pump to do this session, pump gyms, which I hate training in the commercial gym. However, it is warmer in there, but bench is quite heavy today and I don't really want to do a 112 bench single there because I mean the bench just aren't great and the unrack is different on there and I always find it quite hard to adjust to. So I am going to suck it up and train here. I've got leggings on as well, but they're quite short leggings. So like I've pulled my socks up, I've got my Christmas socks on because they were the only ones I had that were quite long. But my leggings are quite short, so I think when I try and put my knee sleeves on, it's going to be a pain in the ass to do. So that's also annoying. And I hate wearing leggings well, I don't like wearing leggings anyway, to be fair. I like wearing trackies, but I hate wearing leggings to squat in and with knee sleeves because I like knee sleeves kind of pull your leggings down and that annoys me. So that's also a problem. I say a problem. That is a very silly problem to call a problem, but yeah. I'm really cold. I don't want to do this. I think the plan is like 160 for 5 on squats, which, I mean, it's week 2 and I know I can move that really comfortably, but that's also quite heavy for a week 2. I also feel like I'm going to put my hood up to keep me warmer because it's so chilly. Yeah, it's going to be fine. It's been a good day though. I got what I needed to work-wise done when I got home as well. I also ordered a tortilla when I got home. So I was supposed to meal prep 2 separate meals tonight. But I got home and I was super hungry and I was like, I'm freezing cold, I'm hungry, I don't want to do that. I haven't eaten tons yet today, so I was like, what macros have I got spare? So I ordered a tortilla and I showed a tortilla a few videos ago and what I normally order, and I kind of ordered pretty much the same thing. I always just get a rice bowl with chicken and beef because they're the lowest fat meats on the menu. And yeah, lots of little things on top. It was very tasty. It wasn't as big of a portion as normal though. I actually got a large because I had the room for a large in my macros. But it wasn't a large because normally I can barely finish a large. But yeah, all is good. Just very chilly. Don't want to do this. But Zuko was really good on his walk. He just wanted to play with my friend's dog the entire time, and it was really cute. She wasn't really as keen, but she was really well behaved, and yeah, it was lots of fun. It was a nice way to spend the afternoon. I just also realised that I need to invest in some warmer clothes and better shoes and things like that for walking this dog, because I just wear trackies all the time, which aren't actually that warm. So yeah, need to do that. Not relevant to this video though. I'm just sitting here and putting off training even longer, even though it's freezing cold, and the sooner I train, the sooner I'll probably warm up. I also found out my All England hoodie from 2022, which was my first nationals back after like my COVID break and injury and everything. And it was just a really terrible comp. I got my opener on squats, but not the next 2 because of depth, even though I feel like they gave me the opener as like a generous, because the opener was no higher than the next 2. And it was just an awful comp. I think I went like 1 for 3 on bench as well. And yeah, it was just a terrible comp. And when I wear this jumper, it reminds me of that comp. But then I'm like, actually, I've come so far since then, so it's all good. Yeah, anyway, irrelevant. I am going to train, I guess.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart, cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
Okay, so I've literally just finished squatting. I am in a state. As you can see in the videos, I had to put my hat on. So I moved the bar. So when I came in, and like whenever I come in to train, the bar is left on the bench settings. So like the combo rack is set for the bench. And basically what I just do is I get under 70 and I stand it up higher onto the higher part of the uprights ready for squat, and then I adjust the rack height. Or like I adjust the rack height first, to be fair, and then I do that. But basically I have to get under the bar and basically like squat it from the low position up to the high position. And then I'm ready to squat rather than like emptying the bar and whatever else. Very lazy of me, but it's easier. And as I got under the bar, my shoulders were like, maybe not. And then I was like warming up my shoulders and whatever else, and I was like, oh, I just feel too cold to actually even like warm up in here. So I was like, I'm just gonna go get some more layers. So I went inside and I got my hat and I got my trackies, and I warmed up in my trackies over my leggings and stuff. And having the hat on definitely helped as well. But to be fair, considering how cold it is, squats felt really solid. Like something felt a little bit different and off, but my positioning and my movement pattern felt really fluid. Like I was definitely staying over my midfoot quite well and stuff. The only thing I did struggle with is before my top set, I really needed a wee. But my boyfriend was in the bathroom and we only have one bathroom, and I was like, I need to pee, but I need to go. Like I didn't have time. So I had to do my set needing a wee. Thankfully, somehow I managed to not pee myself because TMI, but that is something I've been struggling with when I'm lifting recently, but that's why. So I've basically been not having a monster before I train. I've been having a monster like earlier in the day still. Like I normally have one between like 10 and 11 in the morning, and I just sip on it for a couple of hours, but I'm trying to avoid caffeine before my sessions because that can make the problem worse. and it's definitely helping, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know how I got through that top set. All I was thinking about was like, don't piss yourself. But yeah, I made it through. And then back offs at 1:42 for 6 were like really comfortable. I set myself a little mission when I do my back off. So I don't ever rush into my top set. Like I let myself just kind of take my time, and to be fair, I am a quick lifter. Like I don't like having loads of rest. And basically once I've done my top set, I'll then load the bar for my back off. So I went indoors for a wee. I kind of, yeah, got the bar loaded, got myself ready. And I don't ever rush to go into my first back off set. But I probably have like 5 minutes at most between them and stuff, like by the time I've gone in and come back out and stuff. But I always look at the time when I'm then getting ready to get under the bar for my first set. So like just before I put my wrist straps and my belt and stuff on, I look at the time and I think it was like 1:45. Can't remember. So I was like, right, you're doing your first set at 1:45, your last set has to be finished and re-racked by 5:2. So it gives me 10 minutes to do those 3 sets, which works out pretty well because I have a couple of minutes rest between each by the time of like taking my wrist straps off, whatever else. Like, so that's like a little goal I set myself every week with my back offs. Typically on the last week of the block, I won't do that so much, and I'll just be like, just take your time. But it still works out being pretty similar timing anyway, to be fair, because my back offs haven't been anything too crazy heavy on my last weeks and stuff for a while. So yeah, that's a little mission I set myself. Also, randomly, I was telling you earlier about how I was a little bit heavier today, obviously, because of my little shortbread feast last night. So worth it. But I also didn't mention something which is definitely TMI, but I think it's something people forget about when it comes to weight loss. And basically, I hadn't been to the toilet for a couple of days, and obviously that's going to make you heavier. So that was something else I didn't mention. Like, that will impact your weight. Like, it is definitely TMI, but like, if you have a nutrition coach or something and that's something that you have noticed, like let's say you haven't been to the toilet for a couple of days, but your weight's also stalled or gone up a little bit, that is something that will contribute to it. Like, not massively, but it will make a difference. Because if you think about it, 300 grams is 0.3 of a kilo. Like, it's about a pound. That's 300 grams. Like, 300 grams is not a lot. So yeah, something else I thought was worth mentioning as well. So where I was 89.3 today, that really wasn't a true weight at all, for like multiple factors, like the extra attention from the extra calories and stuff yesterday as well. So I thought that was also worth mentioning. It's definitely TMI, but that doesn't exist in my world, so it's fine. Kind of procrastinating because I need to bench, but I'm kind of a good temperature now, so I think it'll be good. Kind of looking forward to bench tonight, actually. I'm kind of going down a bit of a rabbit hole at the moment with like my knowledge base. So basically, like every few months, I set myself like a new thing that I want to like learn about. Like, obviously I'm always trying to learn. Like, I'm slowly making, I'm not very good at reading. I should have bought audiobooks. I'm not very good at reading. I can read, I just don't. I'm really bad at setting aside time to just sit and read, because I feel like it's not productive enough, even though the stuff that I'm reading is all to expand my knowledge and help me become a better coach and like just more knowledgeable. And it's topics I find interesting. Like, when I'm actually reading, I find it really interesting, but it's just making myself sit down and do it. But my point was, I'm like, I set myself different topics that I want to expand my knowledge on every few months, like different random topics. Like, let's say, like, I know biomechanics is something that I'm not as great at. And like, at the moment, my thing that I'm trying to look into is more things to do with benching. So whether that's technique, programming, different methods of training it, like that sort of thing. And so at the moment, I'm like, every couple of days, I'm like finding new videos to watch, or like different things to read on bench press technique and stuff like that. And I watched a really cool video yesterday, and it had a few little cues in that I kind of want to try that I think might help me with stuff that I've been struggling with in terms of consistency. So kind of looking forward to trying it, but we'll see how it goes.
It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright.
Okay, I feel like I look like an egg. Hats are definitely not my thing, but it is so cold in here. My bench did not feel good, so I kept my hoodie on for my warm-ups. I started at 70 like I always do, and it felt awful. Like 70 felt awful. Like I felt like I'd forgotten what I was doing. I didn't know how to bench at all. Like, it felt terrible, and I wasn't trying to implement anything differently. Like, I was literally trying to do my normal. and it just felt awful. So I was like, oh my God. And I jumped to 90, which really I should do 70, 80, 90, 100. Then I was going to do 107, 112, but I couldn't be bothered. So I did 70, 90. I've been doing that more often recently, to be fair. But 70 to 90 is still really comfortable. Like I used to literally jump 70 to 100, so it's not a problem. But I know, especially when it's colder, I should obviously spend more time warming up. But I jumped from 70 to 90 and 90 also felt awful. I was like, what is going on? Then I was like, oh, it's because I'm in my hoodie and I had my hood up as well, which didn't help. So there was like no skin contact with the bench, like on my neck. And because I forced my neck into the bench, like that's part of what holds my positioning, and my positioning was just not holding at all. So I had to bench in just a t-shirt and it was so cold. So I put my hat back on, but it was fine. So bench definitely didn't feel great. Like, it didn't feel overly natural, which I've definitely mentioned a few times lately, like I'm kind of going for a bit of a rut with bench. But having said that, I also feel like I've got a bit of a cold, like I'm struggling to talk, like I feel a bit quite bunged up. Having said that, 112 was actually pretty nice. Like it wasn't as good as it could have been, like, but for a day where bench felt terrible, 112 was decent. And I actually paused it. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not happy with the pause. I would like it to be longer. But no, I am pretty happy with how 112 moved. Then back off at 102. First set, which is when I filmed, felt really comfortable. Then I got a bit lazy and the next one didn't feel great, so I had to like give myself a talking to, and then they were fine. But all 4 sets were really comfortable. And then close grip, I did rush close grip. By that point I was very cold and I just kind of want to get it done. I also don't know if close grip is even worth me keeping in at this point. Like I feel like I might take close grip out because I don't really think it's going to have that much of a carryover now that I'm quite a flared bencher anyway. And I do a lot of tricep work, like the tricep isolation movements that I do on my accessory days, like I do drop sets on every single set, like I really push them, and my triceps are strong, so I might not bother with close grip anymore. I don't know, I'll probably run the block out like I always say, but there's no point changing stuff mid-block, like I might as well wait to the end of the block and see what's going on. But I'm kind of tempted to take that out, and I kind of want to add tempo bench in on a different day. But I don't know whether I want to add a 4th bench day or change one of my current ones, like possibly change last and press to tempo. I don't think I'd have an issue benching 2 days in a row, feet down anymore. Like I think my back's healthy enough that it would be fine, and my positioning and stuff's more solid. So kind of tempted to add some tempo in just to get a little bit more skill practice in. And obviously that will help with reinforcing my positioning with my slightly newer technique as well, like with more of a flared bench. So undecided. I'm kind of just thinking about it with bench. But we'll see. I'm obviously not going to change anything mid-block. That would be really silly. But yeah, nothing else to really say. Like, it was decent. Like, I rushed my close grip, but I was cold. I kind of rushed everything, to be fair. But everything moved as it kind of needed to. So, not mad, not upset, pretty happy. I want to get in there because it's so cold. So I'm just going to stop talking and get in. I don't know what I'm going to film tomorrow. My whiteboard arrived today. So I actually ordered a whiteboard for my video that well, not just for this video. Like, I'll use it for other things. Like, I'll probably actually use it for my to-do lists and stuff as well. And like to plan my weeks out. But I ordered just a whiteboard so that I could film my video on how I plan training blocks for myself and for my clients. I'll probably make it more tailored to myself rather than clients, but it's a very similar method obviously, and it's kind of my method that I use for most people at least to start with. And then if it isn't working as well as it sometimes does, then I'll make adjustments obviously. But I kind of want to do that video, maybe film it tomorrow, but I need to build the whiteboard. It didn't arrive until like 6:30 tonight. And I was really hoping my boyfriend would build it for me. Like in my head, it would arrive built, which is so silly because it's on a stand. Obviously, it wasn't going to arrive built, and it is quite big. So I was hoping he'd build it for me, but he was like, "I'm not building that for you," which is completely fair enough because I am absolutely capable of doing it myself. And I also know that if I did get stuck, he would help me. But I was being a bit cheeky and hoping he'd do it. But to be fair, he usually builds my things for me. Like my office chair, I remember when it arrived, I was like, oh, we'll build it. I went to my parents to train and I think I was going to get home in like good time. And I was like, oh, we'll build it together when I get home. And then I literally got home and he'd already done it. Like he usually does these things for me, so I can't complain. But I might try and build that tomorrow. Kind of want to do it tonight. I also need to go to bed because I am really tired. I don't know. I'm just talking for the sake of talking now. But yeah, I'm going to head in. I don't know what I'm going to film tomorrow, if I'm going to film anything. Got some inquiry calls tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. And just programming like normal, checking in with people. Sundays are really good for chatting with my clients. Like, I feel like it's not ideal to work weekends, but at the same time, like, I have a couple of really quiet days, like Tuesdays, Wednesdays are normally pretty quiet for me. So it's almost like I work every day, but I have days, but like, to be fair, technically on a Saturday, I don't have to work every week. And some weeks I do take a Saturday off. It just sort of depends how I want my week to look. Like I have flexibility with it, but I feel like Sundays are really good because when I reply to people obviously during the week, during my working hours, a lot of them are at work, so I don't get as many replies and stuff, and obviously I don't expect people to ever reply instantly, especially on a Sunday and stuff, but typically people do reply a lot quicker on a Sunday, so it's like I actually get to have more of a conversation with people, which is obviously really nice, and it just feels like I've checked in with them a bit better and just a bit easier, like, so Sundays and Mondays, to be fair, are both quite like that. So yeah, Sunday's always quite a chill day though, like it's literally just chatting with people, doing programs. I'll probably put some like podcasts on in the background. Don't know. I'm kind of running out of podcasts to listen to at the moment though, so not sure. Anyway, this is completely irrelevant. I need to go indoors. I'm so cold. I don't know why I'm still talking. I will probably see you tomorrow. So it is Sunday afternoon. It is 2:10. I'm about to head and do a food shop really quickly. My friend is on the way here to train because she woke up late, and the gym she trains at closes at like 3, and she wouldn't have had time to kind of get herself there, get ready, get there and everything. So I said to her, just come train here, like you might as well. Only downside to that obviously is the fact that it's so cold here and we haven't got a heater or anything in the garage, but I just told her to wear layers and she'll be fine. So yeah, gonna go quickly do a food shop before she gets here, but I've had a really good productive day. Had a bit of a slow first couple of hours, which is always nice on a Sunday. I'm just kind of chilled on the sofa with Zuko and my boyfriend for a bit before he left. Me and Zuko watched the rest of the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special. That was very good. He also was very interested, like he was just staring at the screen for a lot of it. He's definitely still tired from his adventure yesterday as well. Not that we really walked loads yesterday, but I think the excitement of spending some time with another dog. He's been very sleepy pretty much since we got back. I did take him for a little walk around lunchtime today, 12 o'clock, and he obviously livened up for the walk and stuff, and he came back and was playful for like half an hour or so, but he's just completely asleep again on the top of the stairs now, so it's been a good day. Got a decent amount of programs done, got a few more left to do, got a new sign up to get sorted as well, but I quite enjoy just being able to just sit at my desk and get things done, set myself up for a nice productive week ahead. My whiteboard still has not been built. That is still currently in the porch. I haven't even looked at it. I had to move it to the porch because Zuko kept trying to open it himself and eat the cardboard that it's wrapped up in. Thinking I'll probably try and build that later today. Might conveniently time it for when my boyfriend is here, just because he might then help me. But yeah, I've still got that to build, and then I'll film my programming video in the next few days, hopefully. But yeah, nothing else to really say. It's just been a good, productive Sunday, very stress-free Sunday, which is always nice. I need to get to Tesco's quite quickly. I just hate doing a food shop on a Sunday because it's always so busy. The good thing is though, because I am meal prepping so much and I'm trying to get so far ahead with my meal prep, the freezer is getting full. I essentially want to be like a week ahead of myself with meal prep. I want a week's worth of meal prep in the freezer at all times. So that means when I go and do the food shop, I just have to kind of like top up on stuff now. So today's food shop should be relatively cheap and easy. Also, we've got like £75 worth of Tesco vouchers to use. So that's also nice. But yeah, that was really not interesting, just talking about Tesco's, but that is all I've probably got to say in this video. I don't have a lot to talk about. I feel like it's been a really good week. I was 89.0 this morning, so kind of like I thought, stalling at like the low 89s. I reckon tomorrow I'll probably be high 88s. I haven't decided 100%, but I'm thinking 99% I will be dropping my calories from tomorrow, just to kind of keep the momentum going of seeing the scales go down and to get myself into a little bit of a deficit earlier on because of the fact that next Monday, which is the 13th, I am out for dinner with a friend, and I would like to be able to just go and enjoy whatever I have. I don't want to have to, like, you can obviously eat out for meals and still be in a deficit and just choose your options wisely, but this restaurant is one that I don't go to very often. It's more like a pub. I don't go to it very often, and it's somewhere that I really enjoy, and I would like to just be able to go and have what I want to have and not have to think about it, because also like little diet breaks are really important, and it will just be that one meal. Like I'll still eat normally throughout the day, and I'm not going to like overindulge or stuff myself full, but I want to just be able to kind of go and enjoy what I have. So by starting my deficit a little bit earlier tomorrow, that then sets me in good stride to still kind of see a bit of a drop over the next week, and then obviously continue to drop with that meal included as well. So that is what I'm thinking. Hopefully that all makes sense. I'm probably going to wrap the video up here. Nothing else to really say. Don't know how long this one's going to be. I'm also kind of thinking videos are going to be released on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because that seems to be pretty much how it's been rolling. But I've just said that out loud. Now I probably won't stick to it. So we're just going to keep uploading as and when they're ready. I don't know why I can't sit still. Like I have to fidget with stuff all the time. Anyway, gonna wrap the video up here. If you've made it to the end, thank you ever so much. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to like, comment, let me know you're still here. Let me know if there's anything you want to see, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in a few days for the next one.
Giving me a lie again. and tell me what you want. This time I won't take